I never believed in ghosts. Not really. At least, not until last Tuesday. I was riding home on the L train in Chicago. The red line, the one that runs straight downtown. It was past midnight. The car was mostly empty. Just me, a few late-night workers. And that uneasy silence that makes every tiny sound echo in your skull. The train jolted to a stop between Roosevelt and Cermak. At first, I thought it was just another late-night delay. Then I heard it, a low, guttural sound coming from the tunnel ahead, like metal scraping against metal. But heavier, slower, something alive. At first, I ignored it. I tried to focus on my phone, but the lights flickered just for a second, enough for me to see him. A man tall, gaunt, pale as the winter snow. He was standing at the end of the car, just staring. No expression but his eyes. They were black, like empty holes sucking the light from the fluorescent bulbs above. I blinked. He was gone. I laughed nervously. Probably just my imagination. The train lurched forward again, moving through the dark tunnel. Then the voice came low, rasping and chilling. I see you. I know you. I froze. My heart was hammering against my chest like it wanted out. I tried to ignore it. You can't leave. You can't leave. It wasn't coming from anyone on the train. The few passengers were staring blankly, like statues. And then I noticed the doors. One by one, the doors started opening on their own, even though the train wasn't at a station. The hiss of compressed air, the creak of metal lid was deafening in the silence. I tried to stand. My legs wouldn't obey. My arms felt frozen to my sides. The lights flickered again, and for a split second, the train was empty. Completely empty, except for the man. He was closer now, his mouth opening impossibly wide, and he whispered no. He growled, "I'm not letting you go." Then a shadow shot across the car like liquid smoke. It wrapped around my ankles. I screamed, trying to yank free, but it tightened. My vision blurred, and in the corner of my eye, I saw more figures, dozens of them, leaning in from the walls, from the ceiling, from places that shouldn't exist. The train jolted violently. I slammed into a seat, knocking myself out briefly. When I came to, I was alone. Or I thought I was. A single, icy finger brushed against my shoulder. I spun around, empty. But the whisper came again. Piche se bari, was I. Ma, tmhy, nai koro, g. I don't know how I understood it, but it cut through me like a knife. I ran to the nearest door, yanking the handle. Locked. Every door on the train was locked now. The buttons glowing red as if they had a heartbeat. The next stop should have been Harrison, but the sign above the doors said, "Nowhere." I laughed, nervously. Okay, this is a joke. Halloween prank. Whatever. But the walls started breathing. The car seemed alive, expanding and contracting. The lights flickered violently, and then I saw them leaves, dozens of them, forming in the shadows of the seats. Faces pressed against the windows from outside. But when I looked, there was nothing. Nothing but darkness. I screamed. I tried banging on the doors, tried shouting for help, but my voice didn't leave my mouth. It sounded swallowed, like the tunnel itself was eating it. A cold hand grabbed my ankle again. This time I didn't pull away. I couldn't. Something dragged me toward the end of the car. I could hear breathing now, hundreds of breaths in unison, heavy and wet. Then came the voice, louder, terrifying. You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't have seen me. The lights went out completely. Blackness. I could hear my own heartbeat loud, echoing, pounding, and then a whisper right in my ear. You can't leave. You never leave. A flash of light. The Mano, not the Mana 100 of them, all pale, hollow-eyed, mouths opening impossibly wide. They moved like shadows, sliding along the seats, merging with the walls, the floor, the ceiling. Every time I tried to scream, their mouths opened wider, their voices overlapping. Run, run, run. I backed into the far corner, my back against the wall. And then I noticed the mirror on the wall, reflecting the empty seats. Except I wasn't in it. I wasn't reflected. A hand reached out from the glass. Step in, or be left behind. I stumbled. My reflection, or what should have been mine, was trying to pull me into the mirror. I tore myself away, running toward the other end. The doors opened again. Air hissed in. For a moment, I thought I could escape, but as soon as I reached for the handle, the door vanished, just vanished. The wall was solid. I screamed, banging on it until my knuckles bled. And then the whispers started again. Everywhere, from the ceiling, from the floor, from the tunnel itself. You can't escape. You belong to us. I ran to the emergency intercom, pressing the red button frantically. The speaker crackled. Then a voice distorted, hollow, almost my own voice, censored. Welcome back. You've been gone a long time. Froze. My throat went dry. The voice continued. All the trains, all the stations, they're mine, and now. So are you. Suddenly, the car shuddered violently. The floor beneath me felt liquid. Seats melted into shadows. The windows blackened. I tried to hold on to something, anything, but my hands slipped right through the metal pole like it was smoke. Then, a scream. My scream, or was it theirs? I couldn't tell. And the train, it started moving again, not on tracks, not toward any station I knew, just moving, twisting through the dark tunnels. The lights flickered, revealing glimpses of the gaunt figures leaning in from the walls, all whispering, "We're always here. We never leave." Time stopped, or maybe it never existed. I don't know how long I was there, dragged through tunnels that weren't on any map, screaming, falling, spinning through darkness and then silence. The train screeched to a stop. Doors opened. I stumbled out onto the platform. Harrison Station, empty, silent, clean, like nothing had happened. I ran home, locked every door, every window, turned on every light, tried to tell myself it was a nightmare. But every time I close my eyes, I hear it, that whisper crawling through my skull. "We see you, we know you, and we will never let you leave." Last night, I couldn't sleep. At 2:07 a.m., my phone buzzed with a notification, a picture from nowhere. The photo was of me on the train, sitting in a car full of shadows, staring at the end of the car. And there he was, the gaunt man, smiling, watching, waiting. I still hear it sometimes, behind me, in the vents, on the street. A low, rasping, guttural sound. Peche se bari awas I. My tmhy nai koro g. I can't tell if it's the wind or them, and tomorrow I'll be back on the L train. I have no choice. The train waits for me, always.